In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your very own Gor Half Horn miniature for Necromunda. Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to convert up Gor Half Horn for use in Necromunda. So this is a Beastman mercenary and he is available from Forge World, but I've seen a lot of people make up their own conversions of him, and I'm going to do the same thing in this video. So without further ado, let's sit back and enjoy. Okay, so we are making Gor Half Horn in this video. Now of course you can buy this miniature from Forge World, however a lot of people have been converting their own, and I am going to do exactly that in this video as well. So he comes on a 32mm base, and I think we'll adjust the camera slightly so we can just get a bit more of a close-up as we make this model. So yeah, 32mm base. This is a Necromunda style base. I am using, I forgot the box nearby, yep. As you may expect, I am using the Beastmen Gor head. So I actually have a few of these boxes lying around, as I was going to make some Beastmen back in the day, but never actually got around to doing so. And we're just going to take a random body off that. Now I'm taking this one. I just quite like the little face thing it's got going on there. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but whatever body you choose is entirely up to you. Any body will work from this kit. Now as you notice, as he goes on the base, he might look a little bit too small for this base, but I want to keep him on the 32mm. I'm going to make him more central. I want to keep him on the 32mm just as the original one is as well. I'm actually going to bring the camera down. I'm sorry, this is well prepared. Bring the camera down ever so slightly and just get a better angle there. So that's him glued to this base. Now while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to sort out his head. Now he's called a Gor Half Horn for a reason, and that is because he has half, or 1.5 horns. Now he has quite curled horns on the original model, and I'm just looking on the sprues. We don't really have that type of head with horns going on, so we'll find one similar. We'll take this one. And any other sort of Beastman head will do. So these heads come in like the horns and the hair, and then you just get a head to go with them as well. They're all quite similar. I'll have this one with his mouth open. So we have 2 bits to the head, like so, and they'll go together like that. Now that's not too bad. They're sort of curly horns. They're not quite curly, but it's not too bad. He only has one. So obviously what we have to do is we have to snip one, and it is his left, our right that you need to snip. I'm just going by the Forge World miniature, obviously. You could make your own Beastman character to represent Gor Half Horn and just use his rules, so your character could be entirely unique. He could have both horns. You know, it doesn't really matter too much. It's quite obvious what he's representing. So I'm just tidying these bits up, and then we'll glue these bits together. So get that on there like that, and he can have his 1.5 horns glued on like so. So we'll let that dry as well. So while that is drying, we're going to work on the arms. Now he is armed with a chainsword and bolt pistol, and these are in his hand. He also has like a lot of other equipment as well, and we will get to that. We will sort out his body and such as well. Don't you worry about that. So I did clip off a arm from the Beastman. This is an arm on its own, and I've also got some Militarum Tempestus Scions here, because I'm thinking we may use the chainsword from that. It does have some Imperial iconography on it, which we could file off. I was a bit stuck looking for chainswords. I want him to have the left-handed plasma pistol and right-handed chainsword like the original model. You may find it easier to get them the other way around. Now, this arm could just go straight on there like that if you so wish, but I'm not too sure about that, because they do have some nice arms on the Beastman sprue. I'm just wondering if the hand on this one may be too small, because we've got an axe here on the Beastman sprue, and that's like quite large, and I think my original plan was to take this chainsword. I could put this chainsword on that hand. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The plasma pistol will hopefully be a bit easier, but we're going to do this. So, this is where the fun comes in. We are going to chop this hand here. Chop that off like that. Now you could just glue this hand onto there if you so wish. It probably wouldn't look too bad. Like that. But I'm hoping we can just wrap the chainsword pieces around that hand. So have to be very careful just to sort of try and get, we do little bits at a time. Chop this hand off around there. Like so, and then maybe just neaten that a little bit up. Hopefully the clippers can do it. Like so. And then that should fit nicely around there. And you might have a little gap. We can use a bit of green stuff to fill that, that is no trouble. So we'll take that out. And you could even leave a little bit of this. So if we chop it like that, and yeah, we can leave a little bit of that, or not. I mean, I might have just accidentally clipped too much there, but oh no, that fits on. Okay, it does look a little bit small in his hand, but that's fine. That's fine. If you can find any other chainswords, then feel free to use them, of course. There is no right or wrong when it comes to these conversions. As I always say, these are just a guide to give you guys some ideas. So I do want to file down, and yes, this is great video, I know, but I'm just filing down the iconography off here so it has a nice flat surface. Which actually, that's just filed that off really quickly, so that's good. That is quite a good little trusty file, I will admit. And we'll glue this on here. So I'm using this arm because it's like the champion's arm. It's got some armour onto it, which I think would look quite cool. And yeah, we'll glue that on there like so. Ta-da! As you can see, it probably just needs a little neatening up, but it's not too bad. Okay, so for the other arm, he has a plasma pistol. Now, the 412 model has a very unusual looking plasma pistol, and unfortunately, we don't really have any sort of similar alternatives, but you might have seen one just pop up on the screen just here. Now, left-handed plasma pistols are few and far between, but there are some, and this is from the Dark Angels chapter upgrade. I think it looks quite cool. It's got skulls on there. I mean, that'll do. I don't know if the camera's focusing or not. Again, we have this left arm. I'm thinking just cutting the hand off, maybe. Sticking it on there. Now, of course, when you stick guns onto hands like this, they're not really holding the trigger. So you may just wish to replace the hand. But of course, that is like a Space Marine one. But I think he has got this little armour thing going on here. So that could all just look like an armoured hand or something. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's chop this off quite straight. Or at least try to. And just give that a little file, and then hopefully that hand is quite a decent size, so that will go on there like so. Now of course you can neaten up the gap with green stuff, even liquid green stuff would probably be okay in this instance. And if the glue wants to come out of my tube, I can actually glue it on to the arm. There we go. Just needed a little bit of persuasion. You can see I've got a little bit on the hand there, but that's no worries. We can just wipe that off. So the arms, the head, and the torso, or the body, are all ready to go. Get these spare bits out of the way. So I'm not going to glue them on just yet because we're going to work on the body now. I want to add a little bit of armour to him. some pouches. He's carrying a lot of equipment. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so we'll just move these out of the way for now. So the chest armor is a little bit of a, I wouldn't say complicated, but what I've got is one of these ones from the Necromunda Goliath kit. And what I need to do is just sort of file down the front, get rid of that Chaos logo, file it down. Really, if you've got one of these, it's just going to be trial and error, but this sort of fits on there okay. I'm not really going to complain too much about how that goes on. It does stick out a little bit, but again, you can just file the area behind it if you don't want it to file out too much. So just anything on the chest. Sorry, I'll get that in shot. So just file on it. Smooth. You could file the inside of that as well, but I don't think it's going to be too necessary. And then that'll go on there, like so. So it's really up to you whereabouts you put on his chest, but yeah, it seems to fit like width-wise. Let me show you it like that. It's not too bad. So let's get that put on. I'm just going to file down just a little bit more, and then we'll stick that on the miniature. And of course, everywhere I've just filed will be covered up by this, so we don't have to worry about it looking too messy underneath. And actually, if I straighten that up, I think that looks okay. A little bit of armour on his front there. Again, you could really take your time with this, really get that looking perfect if you wish, but I think once the arms are on, it's not going to look too bad. We could add a little shoulder pad and such on as well. So a little optional extra here. Now on his chest armour, he sort of has like a skull and wings symbol, sort of like Imperial Aquila type thing. I've got some brass etching, or some brass sort of details here. There's a little Aquila, you can stick that on. These are fiddly as hell, but a little bit of super glue should go on okay. Now I know the one he's got on the original model has got like a skull in the middle. You can find a little skull to stick over the eagle symbol here if you wish. But we're going to stick that on there like so. Good thing about these is you can bend them around the armour. This one might not actually require it, but it is sort of a race against the clock to get it in place before the glue sells, which I'm not really achieving too well here, but yeah, I should probably let the chest armour dry before I do this. So I'll just, it's moving about still, so we'll just get that in place. So yeah, fiddly as hell. I'm probably going to get stuck to my fingers, but yeah. There we go. I'll just get this put back in place too. So the next job is just to glue the arms and the head on. You can see that armour just sort of, the shoulder padding just sort of slots under where that bit was there, so it sort of connects up quite nicely. I apologise, my chair is a bit squeaky. And there's the head, and it's a bit hard to angle it. You don't really get much chance to angle that because of all the horns and the hair and stuff getting in the way. So he's taken quite good shape, and all what's left is to add some little accessories. So it's time to really just load him up with accessories and such. We're going to start with a shoulder pad on here. So this shoulder pad is also from the Goliath set. It's not going to go right where I want it. on top of his shoulder because of the horns in the way, but I'm going to put it on there like such. We have a pistol holster from one of the Space Marine kits. Any pistol holster will do. We're going to stick that somewhere on here, just on the front. He's got it sort of weirdly angled on the original miniature. I don't know if we'll be able to recreate that without sticking it to the armour really. It's going to look a bit silly. I'm not a massive fan of how they've got it actually. So maybe we'll have something else there instead. We have a water bottle. We'll stick that on there. We'll stick the pistol on the side where they usually are. Like so. And that's sort of floating there, that's no good. Stick it further back. There we go. Yeah, he really is just like a pack horse, just full of pouches, grenades, you name it. He is armed to the teeth. I've got some more pouches here from the Intercessor set. We'll stick them here. We are going to put some pouches on his chest. Cover up a bit of this eagle as well. Like so, I'll stick one little one there. These are also from the Intercessor kit, but you can find pouches pretty much all over the shop. Let's stick it like that. We're going to have a couple of these going down his chest if we can. It's very fiddly, very fiddly. These are tiny little things. Bit easier to use them with plastic glue. I'm just going to grab a little. Yeah, I apologise, I've been facing him away from the camera a bit too much in this video. It's just an awkward setup we've got here, but you can see what I'm doing. Whether you want to see me just really struggling with these pouches or not, I don't know. I quite like that one there. And excuse me, and then maybe that one. Maybe we'll just have an angle like that. That just seems to want to go there. Also, we're going to stick a knife down here because he has a knife on his ankle. Again, you try and get it as flush as you can with the actual miniature. It's a bit difficult with these Beastmen miniatures, but trying my best here. Trying my best. I've never done a miniature so fiddly. Nothing just wants to attach. There we go. And I've got other grenades and such, but I think maybe we'll say that's enough. I'm not a fan of this pouch at the top here actually. We need it more down like that. There we go, that's better. That's better. So there we go. I'll let him dry and then we'll show him off. Okay. And here is the finished Gor Half Horn miniature. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how he's actually came out. He's got his plasma pistol and his chainsword there. Lots of equipment on him. You could add even more if you so wish. A little bit of armour. And yeah, I think he's came out rather well. So if you have any Beastmen bits knocking about and a few other little spare Imperial bits, of course you could probably get a lot of these bits from the Space Marine kits quite easily. So yeah, you can make one of your own. And yeah, I'm quite happy with him. I'll probably get him painted up for use in Necromunda in the future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you have, you can of course give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe, Patreon and all that jazz. And please keep your suggestions coming in for these conversion videos. I very much enjoy doing them. I've been trying to get through as many requests as I can. And yeah, keep them coming in. and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.